Today we'll discuss electron hole concentration in intrinsic semiconductors. So Fermi level and electron hole distribution in energy band. As we all know that Fermi-Dirac distribution is given by the equation Fe is equal to 1 upon e to the power e minus ef upon kT plus 1. For metals, Fermi energy is the highest filled electronic energy at 0 degree Kelvin. And for semiconductors, EF is greater than EV but less than EC. So at absolute zero, valence band is completely filled, and EF is greater than EV. EV is the energy corresponding to the valence band. EF is greater than EV means Fermi level must lie somewhere above the conduction band. Similarly, conduction band is completely empty and EF is less than EC. That means Fermi energy level lies somewhere below the conduction band. So thus, in a semiconductor, we can say that the Fermi energy level lies somewhere between the valence band and conduction band, that is within the forbidden energy gap. We know that electrons remain in the bottom of conduction band. Therefore, the state at the bottom of conduction band is occupied by electron can be determined if we substitute E is equal to EC in equation 1. Similarly, holes remain in the top of the valence band. That is the probability that the states at the top of valence band is unoccupied by electrons, or you can say that occupied by holes can be determined if we replace E by EV in equation 1. So this is equation 1. If we replace E by EC, then density of electrons in conduction band can be determined, and if we replace E by EV, then density of unoccupied electrons can be determined in the valence band. So the density of electrons in semiconductor is related to the density of available states and the probability that each of these states is occupied. On the basis of statistical mechanics, the number of electrons per unit volume occupying states in the energy range between E and E plus dE in any electronic system in thermal equilibrium is given by NEdE is equal to ZE Fe dE, or this equation can be rewritten as Ne is equal to N is equal to ZE Fe, where N is total number of electrons per unit volume, ZE is number of possible states per unit volume. So now we'll just find out electron hole concentration for insulator or intrinsic semiconductor. So to determine electron hole concentration for intrinsic semiconductors, we'll discuss here two models. First, we'll discuss simplified model. Then in the next lecture, we'll discuss improved model. So in simplified model, it is assumed that width of the conduction band and valence band are small as compared to energy gap Eg. So therefore, single energy EC and EV is associated with all states in conduction band as well as in valence band. Now suppose each band contains Z possible states per unit volume. Then density of electron in conduction band from equation 3 can be given by Nc is equal to Z into Fe. So substituting value of Fermi-Dirac function from equation 1, we get density of electrons is equal to Z upon e to the power Ec minus Ef upon kT plus 1. Similarly, density of holes in valence band is given by equation number 5. Now, due to thermal agitation, we know that all the electrons in conduction band originate from valence band. So due to thermal energy, electron hole pairs are generated and all the electrons in conduction band are originating from the valence band. So Nc plus Nv is equal to Z. So substituting values of NC and NV from equations 4 and 5 to equation 6, we get this equation. After simplifying this, you will get 1 plus e to the power EV minus EF upon KT plus 1 plus e to the power EC minus EF upon KT is equal to product of these two functions. Now expanding exponential up to second term, and after simplification, you will get this. After rearranging the terms, we get 4 plus EC plus EV minus 2 EF upon KT is equal to 4 plus 2 EV minus EF upon KT plus 2 EC minus EF upon KT plus EC minus EF upon KT into EV minus EF upon KT. So this term given in this bracket, this can be neglected due to small value. Hence, after simplifying this equation, you will get EC plus EV minus 2EF is equal to 0. That is, EF is equal to EC plus EV upon 2. This is equation number 7. So, equation 7 shows that EF, that is Fermi energy level, is located exactly halfway between valence band and conduction band. And Fermi energy level is independent of temperature. So density of electrons in conduction band from equation 4 can be determined by substituting EF from equation 7 to equation number 4. So if we assume that Fermi level is more than 4 kT, that is 4 into 0.25 is equal to 0.100 electron volt away from the conduction band. Then from equation 4, density of electron in conduction band after substituting EF is NC is equal to Z upon e to the power EC minus EF upon KT plus 1. So 1 can be neglected. Therefore, after simplification and after substituting the value of EF from equation 7, we get NC is equal to Z upon e to the power EC minus EV upon 2 KT, or NC is equal to Z e to the power minus EG upon 2 KT, where EG is the difference of conduction band and valence band energy, that is EC minus EV. This represents the width of forbidden energy gap. Similarly, density of holes in valence band will be same as NC, since number of electrons is equal to the number of holes. So NC is equal to NV. Now to determine electrical conductivity, here we know that there are two types of charge carriers, that is electrons and holes. Therefore, conductivity due to electron and holes is given by the relation sigma is equal to Ne mu E plus Nhe mu H, where mu is the mobility of charge carriers. And in case of intrinsic semiconductor, Ne is equal to Nh is equal to Nc. So therefore, from equation 8 and 9, this is equation 9 and this is equation 8. From 8 and 9, sigma is directly proportional to Nc, or conductivity is directly proportional to Z e to the power minus Eg upon 2 kT, or this is directly proportional to e to the power minus Eg upon 2 kT. If we take log of this equation, then log sigma is directly proportional to 1 upon T. So if we plot log sigma versus 1 upon T, then it gives a straight line with the slope equals to minus Eg upon 2k. So this explains that conductivity of semiconductor increases with increase in temperature. However, conductivity of metals decreases with temperature because in metals the density of charge carriers remains constant and mobility decreases with temperature. So these are the reference books, and in the next lecture we'll discuss improved model to determine electron and hole concentration in intrinsic semiconductor.